And greetings, everybody, and welcome once again to the Fun Valley Sports Complex. It's opening day 2018 for the Hutchinson Community College softball team on the Blue Dragon Sports Network. From a chilly and windblown but clear Fun Valley, the Blue Dragons get set to embark on a 2018 season with a lot of promise and a lot of expectations. And if you read the story on BlueDragonSports.com either late yesterday or today, Jamie Rose, the 14th year head coach of this Blue Dragon softball program, says the bar has been raised after the success of the last 2 years. Today's season opening opponent, the Pratt Beavers, they come in with a record of 3-5, getting a sweep yesterday of the Bethany College JV. This is the Blue Dragons, obviously the first of the year, and of course the schedule changed up a little bit as these games we played tomorrow and Colby on Saturday. Now we're playing Pratt today and Colby on Monday, again, weather permitting. I'm Steve Carpenter, Sports Information Director at Hutchinson Community College, proud for the 11th straight year to be the play-by-play man of Blue Dragon softball. Help from other people at times when I'm not able to be with the softball team, but anytime I can, I'm going to be right here with the 2018 Blue Dragons as they get set on what promises to be a very exciting season. Really, the uptick started 3 years ago. The class led by All-American Sarah Rothy really kind of helped turn the corner. 2 years ago, the Blue Dragons started to get national attention, getting ranked as high as number 7 in the country before finishing third in the Region 6 tournament. Then last year, while the record wasn't nearly as gaudy as 2016's 39-8 record, last year the Blue Dragons went 31-17, but did something they had never done hadn't done since the year 1988, and that's reach the Region 6 championship game. Cali swept the Blue Dragons on that May afternoon in Topeka to go to the national tournament, but it was at that point where the 2018 season really had the foundation laid that this is going to be something special. Several returnees are back, including preseason pitching All-American DJ Cannon. She'll get the start in game number 1 for Hudson. We're going to see a lot of new players. We're going to see some familiar ones, and then some who we thought we were going to see a bunch of last year, and injury kept them from participating throughout the entire season. Head coach Jamie Rose in her 14th season, and Pratt coach Melvin Jenkins now meeting with the umpires as we are very close to getting 2018 started. Temperature in the 50s, but a southerly wind at 10 to 15 and a bit gusty makes it a little bit cooler. In fact, I'm sure right now you're hearing the wind cut through our microphone. We are in an open air press area here at Fun Valley, so we are right out there with the elements, as is the Blue Dragons. So again, Hutchinson coming off a 31-17 year last year. They were 21-4 on this Fun Valley field number 3 complex. They finished 14-8 in the tie for 4th place in the Jayhawk East. And then they went on to have that magical run, defeating Kansas City in 3 games in 1 day in the opening round series here at Fun Valley, and then advancing to Topeka, where they beat Labette and Cali to earn the Region 6 finals berth again for the first time since 1988. Players you may remember from last year, all conference players, including DJ Cannon, were second team Jayhawk East, first team all-region center fielder Ashton Reynolds. Honorable mention, Jayhawk East first team all-region shortstop Izzy Godinez. Cameron Pope, who was the starting third baseman last year. She'll be behind the plate today. We'll get to the in a moment. And then there was, she was able to, or she played in few enough games to be granted a medical redshirt, so she's back and very excited for the 2018 season. Plenty of freshmen that we will get to know throughout the afternoon here at Fun Valley. And Jamie Rose is very excited about this team, very excited about the lineup, potentially a very powerful lineup. And the pitching staff behind DJ Cannon really appears to be much improved, as the Blue Dragon coaching staff has added Ray Aguirre, a very successful longtime pitching coach in the area. He played fast pitch for 39 years. He's coached at Augusta, won a state championship there. He's coached at Friends University, won KCAC championships there. So he brings a wealth of experience to this Blue Dragon pitching staff. Let's get to the lineups before we have the national. Pratt Beavers leading off will be the center fielder, Kelly Byers. Batting second will be the shortstop, Carrie Schuler. Batting third for the Beavers will be the catcher, number 11, Marissa Jones. Batting in the cleanup spot, playing first base, is Lindsay Loomis. Katie Otto bats fifth and plays left field for Pratt. Kaylin Garcia is the second baseman. She bats sixth. Designated player Lexi Sanborn bats seventh. She's followed by the right fielder, Tamara Bryant, batting eighth. Michelle Castillo bats ninth and plays third base. And pitcher Ariana Perales is in the circle for game number one. Perales is a 5'2 sophomore out of Lamar, Colorado. For the Blue Dragons, they'll line it up like this. Ashton Reynolds in center field to lead it off. Batting second will be sophomore shortstop Izzy Godinez. Kiara DeCrane bats third and will play third base. We'll get into that switch here in just a moment. Raven Bass bats cleanup for the Blue Dragons and plays first base. Pitcher DJ Cannon bats fifth. She is, again, the pitcher. Batting sixth will be the Brent Stockman will be the designated player. Batting seventh, Shelby Feldis, a freshman, bats eighth and is at second base. At batting ninth will be the left fielder, a transfer into the program this year, Becca Roberts. Brooke Jameson will play right field and not hit. We're going to have the national anthem, and we'll return with the start of this afternoon's game. It's opening day 2018 from Fun Valley. You're listening to Blue Dragon Softball. So the lineup's getting set to be announced by public address announcer Scott Brooks. And we get set for softball opening day 2018. Not the only opening day on the Blue Dragon slate. Blue Dragon baseball will open their season this afternoon down in Coffeyville. A 3-game set. That game being pushed back to 3:30, originally scheduled for 3 o'clock. They'll play a single game today and a doubleheader tomorrow. And again, if you're checking the schedule for the Blue Dragon softball team, they were scheduled to play Colby on Saturday here at Fun Valley. That doubleheader has been pushed back to Monday at 1 o'clock. So check that schedule again. That doubleheader has been pushed back to Monday at 1 here at Fun Valley with the Colby Trojans. Then the Blue Dragons are out of town for 10 straight before returning to Fun Valley on March 13th to pick on the Heston College Larks in the doubleheader. That'll be the start of an 8-game home stand. Jamie Rose in her 14th year, the all-time winningest coach in Blue Dragon softball history with a record of 375 and 282. And again, the last 3 seasons really have been the most successful in terms of consecutive years of being good. There have been 41 seasons. There have been some fine teams under Jamie Rose. But this is really the biggest string of success that she's been able to put together. Again, 2 years ago, 38-8 record, and they were ranked as high as number 7 in the country. This last year, 31-17, and they were in the Region 6 championship game for the first time since 1988, and that's as impressive a feat as Jamie Rose has really worked hard to get this program up to that kind of status. And right now, she is enjoying the fruits of her labor, because it has been sometimes a tough road in getting this program to the status that she wants it to be. But right now they are, and we are going to have a fun season in 2018. We'll have plenty of games for you on the air. We'll have almost every home game on. There might be a different play-by-play guy or no play-by-play at all, depending on the days that I can't be here, being the SID, and especially in the month of March, my services are required at multiple places. So the Blue Dragons sporting new red uniforms this year, kind of the new style, newfangled numbers that many uniforms wear. And we take a look in the circle, and familiar face in all-conference, all-region pitcher DJ Cannon, taking your warm-up tosses. Last year, a phenomenal freshman season, 18-9 record overall, 31 total appearances, 24 starts. She had 20 complete games, an earned run average of 2.26. She had 6 shutouts, a couple of one-hitters in there, 1 save. In 145 in the third innings pitched, Cannon allowed 117 hits, 63 runs. 47 of those have been earned. And then almost a 3-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio, 194 strikeouts and 73 walks, and opponents hit 218. Rise ball, sinker ball pitcher. She also has a curveball. But last year, if you remember, she was a player who primarily pitched on the outer half. With the advent of Ray Aguirre into the Blue Dragon coaching staff, she has come a long way in her ability to pitch inside. Set to go. Off for the Pratt Beavers. No stat on Pratt. They have not posted their stats yet, but again, they come in with a record of 3-5. Lefty-lefty matchup to start. Thanks for joining us on the Blue Dragon Sports Network. It's opening day 2018, and here we go. First pitch of the game, right down the chute for strike 1. Cannon's velocity into the mid-50s, and she's improved that from last year. She's really worked hard to work on her overall pitching game. There's a curveball, misses outside, and it's a ball on the strike to the center fielder Byers. First base up in front of the bag is Raven Bass. Jared Crane up tied at third, watching by. Here's the pitch. Inside corner, a strike, and it's 1-2. Izzy Godinez at short. Shelby Felbus at second base. And I think you're really going to really have fun watching this outfield, especially left and center. The pitch, fouled back out of play, and it remains a ball and 2 strikes. Of course, Ashton Reynolds in center, one of the best in the league last year. There's the wind in the 1-2 from Cannon, a curveball that misses outside, 2-2. But the addition of Becca Roberts, who is a natural center fielder playing left this year, they're going to be fun to watch out there. The pitch inside, jam shot, little and it squibs by the third baseman to Crane. Not sure they were going to have her. Will score a hit. That's a little squibber, had a lot of spin on it. And I think the Crane was actually playing more of a spin than it actually carried, so kind of an odd play to start, but here's Carrie Schuler, the shortstop, batting right-handed. Again, Dragons looking bunt. DJ into the wind. There's a bunt to the left side, fielded by DeCray, and only played a first, covering is Shelby Felvis. The play goes 3-4 on a sacrifice bunt. Byers moves up to second, and it's Warner at second. One down for the catcher and three-hole hitter, Marissa Jones, out of Hutchinson, Kansas, a sophomore. Again, no stats available on the Pratt team. Out. Jones showing butt now, pulls back, pops one right back into the screen. As I look up, the gaps onto the roof and the netting have gotten wider, so we're going to have to keep our eyes open a little bit more this year than normal. Again, an open-air facility for the press area here at Fun Valley. The 0-1 from Cannon. As the bump popped up, back to the screen and up onto the roof. Actually comes back down, and it's 0-2. One thing DJ had last year was a ability to get the big strikeout with runners in scoring position. She was very good with runners in scoring position last year. Again, opponents only hit .218 against her. Only allowed 63 runs and 145 in the third innings pitched. Screwball misses outside to 1-2. Inside the fence, that's no more. 1-2 from Cannon. Got her swinging on a rise, ball 2 away. First strikeout for DJ, and that'll bring up the first baseman, Lindsey Lewis, left-handed hitting sophomore out of Wichita. So a runner at second, 2 away. Wind blowing in from right. It's not good for left-handed pull hitters. It'll help the righties out a little bit. The pitch. Good changeup, dropped off the table from Cannon, swung through and missed by Loomis, and it's 0-1. Excuse me. Outfield straight away and somewhat shallow. The pitch, curveball outside, 1-1. Only outfielder playing somewhat deep is Becca Roberts in left. 2 strikeouts in the inning after a squib six. And welcome back to Fun Valley, everybody. Steve Carpenter with you. The usual cast here. Brandon Sams running the video. Nathan Light down in front of me with the camera, who's going to be mighty chilly if he didn't bring another coat or a hat. And if he does get cold later and gets hit with a foul ball, he's going to say ouch even louder. So you would think a sophomore would have been trained better by now, Brandon, but you would think. Also, Megan Snyder here, who's learning the intricacies of softball scorekeeping on the computer. Megan's been on my staff for a couple of years.
Their pitcher's different.
Oh, okay. They did. So we're going to have a different pitcher than what was listed on the lineup. It is Alexi Sanborn who's pitching. catcher paralysis in left field, I believe. That would be or not in left field, but she's also the flex, so they are. So again, Lexi Sanborn, a right-handed freshman from Douglas, Kansas. Just go down to here, put her as 1. No, just hit it one more time. Position number 1. Then go down to the bottom, put a slash, and then delete that. No, slash the player out. So here we go. Dragons first at bat of 2018. And Ashton Reynolds the batter. Sophomore out of Mount Hope. Reynolds a .390 hitter a year ago with 57 total hits. A lot of speed at the top of the order, and Sanborn starts off with a strike. A swing and a pulled foul past third. Ben Whitted in the third base box. Jamie Rose, the head coach, over at first. And Ashton Reynolds in an 0-2 hole. Again, Reynolds last year at 146 at bats, 57 hits, 14 doubles, 4 triples, 6 home runs, 37 RBIs. And for my reckoning, the best center fielder in the league. Here's a shade outside, 1 and 2. Reynolds Godinez. What a 1-2 punch at the top of the order. Speed and some pop. The pitch. Lifted to right center field. This is pretty well hit. It's going to one-hop the wall. Reynolds all on her way to second and puts the brakes on there. It's a leadoff double for Ashton Reynolds. An opposite field shot to right center field. And the Dragons have their first runner in scoring position of the season. That'll bring up Hutch High product, sophomore Izzy Godinez. Izzy, what a freshman year in 47 games, a .437 batting average, 66 hits and 151 at bats. She scored 50 runs, 6 doubles, 2 triples, 2 home runs. There's a push bunt along first, but it's foul. So what Reynolds and Godinez give the Dragons at the top of the order so many options. Bunt and run, hit and run, straight steal. And when they both get on to hit in front of DeCrane and Bass and Cannon. Pitch on the hands, pop down the left field line, giving chase is the left fielder, and it drops foul. So just like Reynolds, Sanborn gets up 0-2 on Izzy Godinez. The pitch. Right back up the middle and down for a hit. They are going to wave the runner. Here comes the throw. It's up the line, safe. And now heading to third is Godinez. It'll be a single. She takes second on the throw, and then an error on the center fielder on the throw. 1-0 Hutchinson. So a single up the middle. She takes second on the throw, and then an error on the center fielder throwing into the plate allows Godinez to go to third. Reynolds scores easily. And now Kiara DeCrane. DeCrane out of Bartlesville, Oklahoma, a 5'8" freshman infielder. She takes the strike side corner. The pitch in the dirt, 1-1 to DeCrane. So 1-0 Blue Dragons, 2 batters into the season. Gotta like those results. The pitch. That one's hit well to the left, and it is gone! A laser beam shot for Kiara DeCrane, who homers in her first collegiate at bat, and the Blue Dragons lead at 3-0. That took about 1.2 seconds to leave the yard. All 3 runs they earned. And there's a meeting in the circle, so what a first at bat, what a first memory for Kiara DeCrane. A home run over the left field fence. 210 down the lines, 250 to the here at Fun Valley Field number 3. So 3-0 Blue Dragons, 3 batters in. Raven Bass, the batter. Great to see her back after the injury of last year. Bass out of Odessa, Missouri, and Sanborn misses high and outside for ball 1. Raven did play in 13 games last year before getting injured. 471 batting average, 16 for 34, 8 doubles, 2 home runs, and 14 RBIs. Strike at the knees. And it's 1-1 to the Dragon first baseman. So the Dragons with a 3-0 lead here in the bottom of the first. Just 3 batters in. Pitch taken downstairs, 2-1 to Raven. Raven, DJ Cannon, and Shelby Felbus were on my stats crew and table crew for volleyball this year. All 3 did a magnificent job for me. Strike at the knees, 2-2. Raven originally started at Butler Community College and then made the transfer over here. Was part of a national championship team, Division I, 2 years ago. It's a shot off the end of the bat that lands out of play off to the left. And it remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Again, Blue Dragon Baseball not being streamed today. You can keep up to date all the updates on Twitter. Start at 3:30 down in Coffeyville, their season opener. The pitch. Curveball high and away, full count to Raven Bass. Last year, she was walking around big old cast on here. So 4 straight batters have reached to start the season. And that'll bring up pitcher DJ Cannon. DJ a year ago, also a main offensive threat for the 2017 Blue Dragons. A 414 average, 48 hits and 116 at bats, 8 doubles, a triple, 2 home runs, and 22 RBI. She scored 22 runs. First pitch swinging, she slices it foul off to the left. Reynolds one hop doubled the wall in right center. Izzy Godinez smacked one right back up the box to score Reynolds. Godinez came all the way around to third on a throw and then a throwing error. Pitch in the dirt. Crane in her first collegiate at bat leaves the yard with a laser beam shot to left to make it 3-0. Then Raven Bass walked, and that brings us to DJ. Pitch high and tight, snapped over to first. Knocked down by the first baseman. That's Lindsey Loomis over at first. 2-1 the count to DJ Cannon. Until it's my opening day too, I forgot to drop a defensive chart to tell me where everybody is. 2-1 pitch, foul back out of play, 2-2. Cannon got off to a little bit of a slow start with the bat last year, but over the last 30 games or so was the Blue Dragons' most proficient hitter. Called strike 3 on the outside corner, a curveball, and there's the first out, recorded by Sanborn. Cannon goes down looking for the first out, and they'll bring up the catcher, Cameron Pope. Cameron, a 304 hitter a year ago. She was at near the bottom of the Blue Dragon list. 45 hits and 148 at bats, 7 doubles, 3 home runs, 42 RBIs. She's making the move from third base where she started all last year behind the plate. She'll still see time at third, will Cameron. Pitch in the upper portion of the zone, just misses. It's 1-0 to Cam. Jamie Heroes has 4 catchers on the staff, including Cameron. He's really made strides behind the dish. Little shot to the left side that drops in, and there's now a play at second base, and they got Raven on the force. Now the throw gets away a little bit. Nobody notices. And moving up to second is Cameron Pope, as the Beavers got a little bit lax, so a weird play all the way around. Raven had to wait to see that be too far off at first.
The designated player, number 14, Bryn Stockman.
So the play goes 3-6, fielder's choice. And then Pope takes second on the error, the second of the inning by Pratt. And now we get our first look at Bryn Stockman, who's the designated player in this one. Big sweeping curve from Sanborn for a strike. That was the 25th pitch delivered by Sanborn here in the first inning. 15 have been in the zone. Bryn Stockman out of Overland Park, Kansas, a utility player. Also pitches the pitch. Hit to right. Drifting back as a right fielder, and she hauls it in. Does Tamara Bryant to end the inning, but a great start for the Blue Dragons. 3 runs in their first 3 at-bats of the year. RBI single by Izzy Godin. There's a 2-run home run by Kiara DeCrane. All in all, 3 runs, 3 hits, 2 errors, and 1 left after 1 at Fun Valley. It's the Dragons 3 and the Beavers nothing. The entire brain trust of Blue Dragon Athletics out here taking this one in. Of course, I'm talking about our terrific athletic director, Josh Gooch, assistant athletic director, Steve Kapman, on the PA, assistant athletic director, Scott Brooks. Those 3 guys put in some serious time making Blue Dragon Athletics what they are. Here we go to the second inning. It'll be Otto Garcia and Sanborn against DJ Cannon. 3-0 Hutch here in the first. Pitch low and away to the left fielder, Katie Otto. And of Allen, Kansas, a freshman. The pitch on the hands popped up. DeCrane waits for it and has it for the first out of the inning. And right there again, we're seeing the effects of Ray Aguirre on teaching DJ Cannon really how to command the inside half of the plate. Pitch is right in on the hands of Otto, and she popped it up. Now the second baseman, Kaylin Garcia, out of LaPorte, Texas. And one curveball, another pitch on the, just sawed Garcia off. That is going to be where DJ has made her biggest improvement from her freshman to her sophomore year. Already committed to the University of Missouri, Kansas City is DJ Cannon. So she's a future Roo. The 0-1 from Deej. Just misses the outside corner 1-1. Good crowd on hand for opening day. Still plenty of action to happen. Come on out. It's a little bit chilly, but the sun is shining. It's going to be a lot worse tomorrow. Slice foul off to the right. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes to the second baseman, Garcia. This weekend, again, the Colby doubleheader for Saturday moved to Monday, weather permitting. 1-2 pitch, misses high, 2-2. The one thing Ray Gary will bring to this staff, among anything else, is a thought process and how to succeed. There's a different look at it. The pitch. Rise ball, foul off to the right, and stays. He has just been phenomenal, not only as a fast pitch player, but a tremendous pitching coach at all levels throughout the South Central Kansas region. Augusta High School, Friends University. 2-2 pitch. Barely got a piece of it. There he stays, 2 balls and 2 strikes. This weekend at the Sports Arena, it's Hall of Fame night. 4 new inductees going in. They'll be at halftime of the men's game. Butler in town on Saturday night. Women at 5:30, men at 7:30. 2-2 pitch. Called strike 3, a changeup. Third strikeout for DJ, and it's 2 up and 2 down here in the Pratt second. I'll bring up the... Here's Lexi Sanborn. Sanborn out of Douglas, Kansas. Here's the pitch. DJ tried the outside corner and just missed, but she is right around the plate, which is where she loves to live. She was very effective away from batters last year, meaning pitching to the outer half. Good movement up and down. The pitch. Curveball in there for a strike outside half, and it's 1-1. One thing I really haven't talked with Ray about DJ is how much of velocity he is. She's got some zip on that pitch right now. Well, outside 2-1. 3-0 Dragons. An RBI single by Izzy Godinez. A 2-run home run by Kiara DeCrane. Still more fans coming on in. Great to see the pitch. Changeup swung through, missed 2-2. So Cannon, 3 strikeouts away from her career 200th. She came into the afternoon with 194 career strikeouts. That over 145 in the third innings. 2-2 pitch. Changeup got her swinging. That thing dropped right at the end. 2 more strikeouts for DJ, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Pratt in the second. To the bottom of the second we go at Fun Valley. Dragons 3 and the Beavers nothing. Welcome back to Fun Valley. Not sure why when the wind blows like it does, our internet signal sometimes just isn't the strongest out here. So if you're buffering, we do apologize. We're set to about as low a setting as we can without really shutting things down. So stick with us if you're buffering. And again, we apologize for any inconvenience, but we don't have a huge satellite uplink truck. We're working off hotspots and no internal internet out here at Fun Valley, but we are very happy to bring opening day 2018 to you. It'll be 8-9-1 here in the Pratt second. Shelby Felbus
the Dragons.
Becca Roberts in the top of the order. Ashton Reynolds. Shelby Felvis, a freshman from Marion, Kansas, with her first Blue Dragon at bat. Pitch misses outside from Sanborn. 1-0 the count. Second base was one of the positions that really wasn't set, and it was Felvis's offensive performance. There's a well-hit ball to left center field. Nobody's going to get to this one, and it one hops the wall. So, first career bat for Shelby Felvis, a ringing double to left center. That's now 4 hits off of Sanborn, 3 for extra bases in an inning plus of work. And that'll bring up left fielder Becca Roberts. Becca out of Hennessy, Oklahoma, a transfer from Garden City Community College last year. She swings through that offering. Off-speed pitch from Sanborn is 0-1. So, again, now, when you look at lineup, Roberts was a 300-plus hitter for Garden City last year. Drops this bunt down, but slices it foul. It's 0-2. The third baseman, Michelle Castillo, was charging hard on that one. But great speed in Roberts at the bottom of the order. Then you come back at the top with Reynolds and Godinez. And oh my goodness, literally 3 consecutive leadoff hitters in your 9-1-2 spots. That one foul spoiled by Robertson remains 0-2. 3-0 Dragons here, bottom of the second inning. Sanborn gets to sign the pitch. Check swing foul. Good crowd out here. That's good to see. A lot of anticipation for this 2018 season. Coming off the last 2 years, especially 0-2 pitch. Misses way high. Snap throw to second. Answer that for me.
Hello?
Velvet's the second with the double. Here's a pitch. Roller along third, foul. Good piece of hitting by Roberts to fight off that tough pitch by Sanborn, who's up to 28 pitches. He has 1 strikeout. So had 3 earned runs on 4 hits, 3 for extra bases, 2 doubles, and a home run.
Let's see if Brandon can answer that. You want to know what the sign in for the hotspot for the Wi-Fi for stats is?
The pitch. Check swing foul again.
Let's see if Brandon.
Usually our hotspots have passwords that you're able to find the password on the hotspot itself and its name.
Pitch. Lifted to shallow left. Toward the light, it drops in and it gets away. Rounding third is Felvis. She will score, and it's 4-0. And a blue RBI double down the left field line by Becca Roberts. And the Dragons have a 4-0 lead. Katie Otto really played that nonchalantly, and then it spun away from her.
The center fielder, number 7, Ashton Reynolds.
So back-to-back doubles to start the second. And it's back to the top of the order and Ashton Reynolds, who went the other way into right center field, 1 hop the fence for a leadoff double. Chance to drive one in here, pitch low one into Ashton. Ball 1. Ashton has been used ever because her eyes have stopped using the force and just open your eyes to make the plays. She got a big chuckle out of that. Pitch taken upstairs, 2-0 to Reynolds.
We run on Verizon once.
It's the same one as the. It's the.
Okay.
Oh, wait a minute. No, that's they checked one out. Tell them to call Misty at IT.
Call Misty in IT. She should be able to help you. All right.
Sorry about that. Had a call from baseball. There were some issues. High pop into shallow right center, and that drops in for a hit. Advancing to third is Roberts. It'll be a bloop single, and it's 3 straight hits. Now 6 in the game for Hutchinson. 2 for Reynolds. The wind on anything hit really high like that is really playing havoc with fielders. So now Izzy Godinez, an RBI opportunity. Second baseman in tight, looking bunt. The pitch. As he shows bunt, pulls back, snap throw to third, back in safely as Feldes. Ball 1 to Godinez. So you've got great speed at first and Reynolds, great speed over at third and Feldes, and another fleet-footed runner in Godinez at the plate. Ben Woodsett has got to be licking his chops thinking, what can we do here to have some fun and drive in another run? That one's ripped toward the gap left center field. It's down for a hit. Feldes scores. Headed for third is Reynolds. And it's an RBI single for Izzy Godinez. 5-0 Hutchinson. Who needs to be cute? Just hit the ball where they're not. Godinez drives in her second run of the season with her second hit. Runner still at the corners. Nobody out for Kiera DeCrane. Andre Favors, our base umpire, sweeps off third base bag. Kiera had a moment a few moments ago that she's never going to forget. Her first career at bat as a collegiate player. Left the yard. Here's the pitch. That one's smoked up the middle and down for a hit. Reynolds scores. Godinez already at third. She's being waved. Here comes the throw. It's not in time. Throw back to second base. She's in safely. It's a 2-run single for DeCrane, and it's 7-0. It'll be a single when DeCrane takes the throw. How many times can you see somebody score from first on the single? You just saw it there by Izzy Godinez. Last time I saw something like that was Lorenzo Cain in the World Series. So Reynolds and Godinez both scored. DeCrane now with 4 RBIs. And now Raven Bass, the batter. Big swing and a high pop down the line left field into foul territory, and making the catch is the shortstop, Carrie Schuler. And there's 1 out. First 5 had reached for the Dragons in the second inning. So Schuler makes the catch in foul territory for the first out. Now DJ Cannon. She took a called third her first time up. So what a start for DeCrane. A 2-run, a 2-run single. Hit to the left. Schuler fields. On the first in time, Pratt. And then Cameron Pope will be the 8th batter of the inning. She hit into a fielder's choice. An odd play. Ball dropped in between first and second. Pop up. Wind played havoc with it. They forced off Raven Bass at second, and then the pitcher wasn't looking for the return throw back to the circle. It got away and allowed Cam to move up 60 feet to second. Ball 1 to Cameron Pope. Schuler now at 45 strikes through an inning in 2/3. She has 1 strikeout. DeCrane at third. 7-0 Dragons. 4-run inning. They're pitched in the upper half of the zone, called strike, and it's 1-1. Cameron was just a very steady hitter as a freshman. 7 doubles, 3 home runs. The pitch. That ball is hit in the left center field and down for it. DeCrane scores to make it 8-0. The ball is bobbled, but no further advancement as King now have 9 hits. And they have batted around in the inning. Here's Bryn Stockman, the designated hitter. She flew out to end the first. Dragons lead 8-0, a 5-run inning. Swing and a miss on a breaking pitch. 0-1. It's not that Sanborn has been wild. She has issued only 1 walk. It's almost where she's wild inside the zone. High fly to center field, drifting back to the tracks of the center fielder, actually just short of the track to make the play, and the inning is over. Blue Dragons produce 5 runs on 6 hits and leave 1 after 2 at Fun Valley in game number 1. Our new score, Hutchinson 8 and Pratt nothing.
Leading off for the Beavers, right fielder number 4, Tamara Bryant.
Here's Tamara Bryant to lead out the top of the third for the Beavers. 8-9-1. Brian Castillo on the top of the order. Byers. DJ Cannon has allowed just 1 hit, struck out 4. She needs 2 more strikeouts for 200 for her career. Still getting the last inning tweet out. Make sure everything is spelled correctly and in the right order. 3 runs in the first, 5 in the second for the Dragons. Cannon into the line, the pitch. Strike on the outside corner. Again, Pratt coming in 3-5. They play at the Division 1 or the Jayhawk West. Pitch misses outside. 1-1. The wins yesterday snapped a 3-game losing streak for the Beavers. They dropped a pair to the Kansas Wesleyan JV, 16-13 and 9-5. Split with Sterling JV. Now 2-1 to Bryant. Defeated Sterling 12-11, lost 12-0, and then was swept by Northern Oklahoma. A pair of there's a strike from Cannon. 2-2 the count to Bryant. Bryant, a sophomore from Larned, Kansas. 2-2 pitch. Got her swinging. Strikeout number 5 for Cannon. 1 away here in the third. 1 strikeout away from career number 200 for DJ.
Third baseman number 5, Michelle Castillo.
Here's Michelle Castillo, the third baseman. Kara DeCrane, 4 RBIs in her first 2 at bats, a home run and a single. Strike called. Now that 2-run single by DeCrane, Izzy Godinez scored all the way from first, just on a single. Cannon 0-1. Upstairs, ball and a strike to count. Game number 2 will be about 25 minutes after the completion of the first game. Again, you'll have to switch the links on the Blue Dragon Sports Network. Each game set up separately. 1-1. Pop out under the roof. It's 1-2. First 6 games of the season, Blue Dragons will play teams out of the Jayhawk West. Pratt, Colby, and 2 with Barton next Wednesday in Great Bend. 1-2 pitch. In on the hands, high pop right side. Shelby Felvis near the line, makes the catch, 2 away. And again, we saw the effect of DJ's improvement on pitching in the inner half. And is now 8 in a row retired since the squib single by Kelly Byers, who comes up to the plate, bases empty, 2 away. She is the only Pratt hit of the game so far. Little squib shot the end of the bat that eluded Kiara Crane. Curveball outside corner, a strike. Wind in the pitch. Foul back. Pretty good cut by Byers, but she's down in the count, 0-2. Jamie Rose, the 14-year head coach of the Blue Dragons, had a great post on Twitter last night. She has had plenty of season openers, opening days, and there's still a Christmas feeling about opening day. The pitch upstairs, 1-2. When it comes to baseball and softball, there is just nothing like opening day. Here's the 1-2. Change up misses. Now went up in the zone, 2-2. Byers wouldn't chase. Good bat discipline by her. Cannon gets the sign from Cameron Pope into the wind. Inside a fastball, full count. First time DJ's ran a count full to a Pratt batter. Here's the wind in the 3-2. Got her swinging, and there's career strikeout number 200. 6 strikeouts in the game, 200 for her career, and 9 in a row retired by DJ Cannon. We go to the bottom of the third at Fun Valley, 8-0 Blue Dragons.
Dragons, second baseman number 4, Shelby Felvis.
Pratt coach Melvin Jenkins brings in Ariana Perellis, the pitcher, new pitcher. Lexi Sanborn will stay in the game as a designated player, and that pitch to Shelby Felvis goes behind the Blue Dragons second baseman for ball 1. 2 innings for Lexi Sanborn. Two innings, 9 hits, 8 earned runs, 1 strikeout, 1 walk, and 49 pitches. 2-0 the count to Felvis. Her first at bat as Blue Dragon, a ringing double to left center. Line of the pitch. Drops in for a strike. So, again, congratulations to DJ Cannon on reaching the 200 career strikeout total. That number's sure to go up. Strike called 2-2. Top 2 strikeout pitchers in Blue Dragon history. Tammy Parrish, the old record. We'll explain that. And then Holly Kelly, the modern day record. Changeup drops outside, full count. Before I became SID in 2004, there were absolutely no records in terms of strikeouts, hits, whatever, even year-by-year records. Pitch outside at the leadoff walk to Shelby Felvis. And I bring up left fielder Becca Roberts, who blooped a double down the left field line and that dropped in.
Left fielder number 8, Becca Roberts.
Roberts drove in Felvis. 8-0 Dragons here in the third. Pitch outside from the right-handed pitching Paralis. But there were absolutely no records that could be found. So what I did was I just started building the records from that 2004 team. And we call those the modern day records. Since then, pitch down low. 2-0 to Roberts. I've since then found a few records from the 1987, 88, 89 years. The first 3 years of Blue Dragon softball. And Tammy Parrish was a 57-game winner. Slice foul out of play to the left, 2-1. So when I refer to records, you always hear me refer to the modern day records, which were very exact from 2004. That's 1 year before Jamie Rose. A pitch. A little pop behind the left field. Caught by the left fielder. That's Tamara Bryant playing left field. And there's one away. Back to the top of the order with Ashton Reynolds. 2 for 2. 2 runs scored, a double in the first, a single in the second.
The center fielder number 7, Ashton Reynolds.
Ashton now 59 career hits. These sophomores played a lot last year. Have a chance to really move up the charts this year. Strike called to Reynolds. Good really challenging schedule for Hutchinson. Again, 3 teams out of the Jayhawk West: Pratt, Colby, and Martin. Murray State, Rosestead out of Oklahoma before they play their first JV team. Pitch down low, snap throw. Snagged by Lindsey Lewis. Count 1-1 to Ashton Reynolds. Ben Witzik going through the signs. Last couple of years they used the numbering system. It looks like Ben's gone back to the traditional signs. Pitch down low again. So Paralis, again coming in to start the inning. He's been out of the zone 8 out of 13 pitches. Chance coming from the Blue Dragon dugout, as usual. 2-1 pitch. Hit hard but foul past third. And it's 2-2 to Reynolds. Dragons with 3 in the first, 5 in the second. Run rule kicks in after 5 innings if you're thinking that far. So plenty of time for Pratt to climb back into this one. The pitch. Called strike 3. A changeup that Ashton just couldn't pull the trigger on. And she knew it. She hit it right back to the dugout even before the plate umpire rung her up. It's only the second strikeout by Pratt pitching. Runner at first, 2 away for Izzy Godinez. 2 for 2. 2 singles, 2 runs scored, 2 driven in. That's hit over the second baseman to the right center field gap for a hit. Godinez pulling for second. She didn't safely, and she's 3 for 3. Going first to third is Fellis. Dragons now have 10 hits. Godinez has 3 of them. A hustle double to right center. Now Kiara DeCrane, who's already had a full game and 2 at bats. 2 hits, a 2-run home run in the first, a 2-run single in the second. 4 RBIs. 2 more out there for her. It would take a 2-out hit. Strike at the belt, nothing in 1. People still filing into Fun Valley, which is good to see. The pitch, that one rolls in. It was a changeup. Perales with a big smile on her face, knowing that one got away from her very early on. If you see a pitch like that roll in, you know it was a changeup that slipped out early. 1-1. Pitch over the inner half, rip foul and sent the Pratt dugout ducking. Skims off the roof and skitters on toward field number 2. Now DeCrane down to the count of ball and 2 strikes. She'll sit back on the changeup, which is most assuredly coming. This time it's a curveball that misses way outside, probably a setup pitch. 2-2 the count. DeCrane out of Bartlesville, Oklahoma. The pitch. There's the changeup, misses low and away, nearly got away. Felvis made a hard charge down the line, but put the brakes on. Good read behind her by Godinez at second. She had to make sure that Shelby went before she did. Full count now to DeCrane, the pitch. Up the middle and down for a hit. Felvis scores. Here comes Godinez. And moving up to second is DeCrane. A 6 RBI game for Kiara DeCrane. It's 10-0. A great swing. Just took it right back up the box. Didn't try to do too much with it. So 3 hits for DeCrane, 6 RBIs. 3 consecutive 2-run hits. And the Dragons 1 hit, 2 errors. Here's Raven Bass. Takes a breaking pitch outside. Ravens walked and then fouled out to left. She might be a little anxious right now. Just you've been waiting for this moment for almost a full year. Strike called, 1-1. Last year she got off to a bit of a slow start and really turned it on before the injury. One to the 1-1. Chases one up in the zone, chases it foul into the stands. 1-2 the count. The pitch. She sat on that pitch and yanks it foul. She has such torque when she swings. It is amazing. 1-2 pitch. Change up. She wouldn't chase. Big jump out at second by DeCrane, but no offering from the Pratt catcher. And it's now 2-2 to Raven Bass. The pitch. Hit high and deep, but well foul off to the left. Definitely at home run distance, but it was a mile foul. And Raven will hit a lot of those. Once you really get zoned in, though, look. 2-2 pitch, change up upstairs, full count. 2 out, 2-run single by Kiara DeCrane. Makes it 10-0 here in the bottom of the third. DeCrane now with 3 hits and 6 RBIs in her first 3 collegiate at-bats. Low outside, ball 4. And moving up on the pass ball will be DeCrane. So DeCrane moves up on a pass ball to third. Bass at first, and now DJ Cannon the batter, 0 for 2. Strikeout looking and grounded to short.
The pitcher, number 15, DJ Cannon.
DJ, when hitting right, was up the middle and the opposite way. Very good stroke to left center field. Breaking pitch taken down, low ball one. It's a 31-pitch inning for Arietta Perales. She entered the game here in the third. Popped up. Okay for anybody. DJ out of Fort Worth, Texas. Preseason All-American by one softball publication. 1-1 pitch. Squib foul along third. And finally touched up by Castillo. DJ actually should have ran that one out in case that thing spun back fair. Likely it wasn't with the spin it had, but never take the chance and get caught off guard. 1-2 pitch. Way high. 2-2. Nothing Dragons here in the bottom of the third. Opening day 2018. Did Cannon go around? She did. And that's the inning. Cannon strikes out. She's 0 for 3. But the Dragons produced 2 runs on a couple of hits. Karen now with 6 RBIs in the game. And there's 2 left on for the Dragons. After 3, our new score, Hutchinson 10, Pratt nothing. If you're listening in and want to make sure you keep up on everything that's Blue Dragon, BlueDragonSports.com has the most comprehensive coverage of every Blue Dragon sport, including Blue Dragon softball. For instant updates, make sure you get our Twitter feed. Our handle is @BlueDragonSport. Not sports, but sport. Twitter wouldn't give us the S, so we'll take advantage and keep it @BlueDragonSport. We try to update everything as quickly as possible. We'll have updates from baseball a little bit later. You can follow along what's going on here. 10-0. As we go to the fourth, Steve Carpenter with you. Opening day 2018 from Fun Valley. There's a little pop-up, and it's caught by the basket catch up the shoe tops by DeCrane, 1 away. That was the shortstop, Schuler. Now 10 in a row retired by DJ Cannon. Here's Marissa Jones, the catcher. Cannon 6 strikeouts in her first 3 innings. She now has 204 career. The pitch, going away for a ball. 46 pitches now for Cannon, 30 for strikes. Only hit allowed was a little squibber that eluded Kara DeCrane's glove by Byers to lead off the game. She's retired 10 in a row since. There's a shot right off of Cannon's knee. She drops down. That'll be a hit. And now our attention turns to DJ Cannon, who took that right off the knee. She instantly went down and appears to be in quite a bit of pain. Melissa Money heads out there. HCC Sports Medicine. Jamie Rose out there. And at 43 feet and actually about 40 on the release, absolutely no reaction time for DJ Cannon. Sitting up now, that's a good sign. And now here's some laughter going on out there as DJ gets to her feet. And is actually walking pretty good, so a scary moment for DJ Cannon. But she appears to be okay. I'm sure she'll be afforded a few warm-up tosses to make sure everything is okay. Ray Geary also headed out there to make sure his number one pitcher in the rotation is okay. So Marissa Jones, a solid single right off the leg. I couldn't tell if it hit right on or just above or below DJ's knee. So we'll see how she looks on. So she'll take the run-up variety. So from a strict statistical standpoint, that ends a run of 10 in a row retired by the Blue Dragons sophomore left-hander. And again, softball, the pitching distance is 43 feet, but on the release, you're right at about 40. And there is just absolutely no reaction time. Cannon talking to Ray Geary, Jamie Rose, and Alyssa Money. Stretching it out a little bit. Jamie Rose with a big smile on her face. I think everything's okay, but we're going to, before we actually put the seal of approval on it, we're going to make sure she gets back in and throws a live pitch. It's amazing. This place was full of life here just moments ago. Ray Geary gives her a pat on the back, and we're pretty sure DJ Cannon's going to be okay. Big hand for Cannon. Raven pass dusting her off. So now first baseman Lindsay Loomis steps in. Runner at first, one away here in the fourth, 10-0 Hutchinson. Loomis struck out swinging her first time up. Second time around the order for Cannon. She allowed just one hit and struck out 6 the first time around. And the wind the pitch. And on the hands, foul back out of play. Pratt has put up some runs in their first 8 games. The D1s, the Jack West teams, have got a little earlier start than the D2s did. The wind in the 0-1. Change up, swung through a miss. 0-2. In fact, only 4 Division II teams, Jack East teams, have started the season before the Blue Dragons. Everybody else was getting underway this weekend, and everybody's had to readjust their schedule with the impending frigid weather coming in for Saturday and Sunday. Hard hit ball right side and through past the diving Felvis. So back-to-back singles. DJ got a little more of the plate than she wanted to on that 0-2, and Loomis pulled it through the right side hole. So first and second, one out for the left fielder, Katie Otto. A freshman out of Allen, Kansas, popped up to third baseman Kiara DeCrane her first time up. The pitch, strike on the outside corner. First time Cannon has had to face multiple runners on base at the same time. She's had plenty of offensive support. She gets the sign from Cameron Pope, and now goes into the wind. Pitch outside, 1-1. Talking with Jamie Rose about Cameron. She said she made a flawless transition back behind the dish this year, for this year. Really receives the ball well. The pitch. Little looper to right that will get down for a hit. And the Beavers are going to load the bases with one out on 3 consecutive singles. Jones to third, Loomis to second, Otto to first, and that brings up the second baseman, Kalen Garcia.
Number 8, Kalen Garcia.
So the first jam of the season for DJ Cannon. Garcia took a called third her first time. Right now, Cannon could use a strikeout here. Corner infielders tight in front of the bags, and middle infield shades up the middle. Pitch outside, ball one, a little bit low. Hard to tell if DJ is feeling any ill effects from the line drive off her leg. She seems calm enough out there. The pitch. Late swing by Garcia, and she fouls it off to the right. A ball and a strike to the count. Wind blowing in from right, 15 to 20. It makes that potential 60-degree high feel much cooler. But tomorrow, the wind's going to be howling out of the north and about 35 degrees. The pitch. Rise ball swung through and missed. Cannon's up in the count 1-2. Jamie Rose has been a head coach here 14 years, 16 years all told. She started the first 2 years of her head coaching career at Independence. In search of all-time win number 414. 1-2 pitch. Foul back. Fans still filing in. Many bundled up. See a lot of blankets over there. A lot of stocking caps. I have the hybrid baseball stocking cap on with the headset. My ears are still warm at this point. 1-2 from DJ. Rise ball, pop foul out of play, and there remains a ball and 2 strikes. That thud you heard landed right above us. If you've never been to Fun Valley, there's a main 4-field complex with a main building in the middle. Each of the 4 fields netted right behind the plates. Then there are 3 outfields, outer fields, I should say, closer to the Arkansas River, off to the south. 1-2 pitch. Right in on the hands, and Cam Pope makes a diving attempt and makes the catch. Nice effort by Pope for out number 2. She didn't have much time to react out of her stance. It just kicked off to her right a little bit, didn't get more than maybe 15 feet off the ground, and was coming down quick. Cam found it, made the catch. Now 2 away for Sam Bourne, the designated player. She struck out swing her first time. There's a little shot caught by the second baseman, Felvis, and DJ Cannon works out of the jam. So a rough inning for DJ. She gets hit with the pitch, gives up 3 hits and loads them up, but leaves them stranded. No runs, 3 hits, and 3 left. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning at Fun Valley. Hutchinson 10 and Pratt nothing. Cam Pope to lead off the bottom of the fourth. Here in opening day 2018, game number 1 from Fun Valley. Steve Carpenter with you. Brandon Sams over on the controls. Nathan Light on the camera. And I'm still predicting, Brandon, that a certain somebody who's running the camera who's a sophomore is going to get mighty cold before this day is over.
I'm sure he already is.
So Cam Pope takes ball 1. Pope 1 for 2, an RBI single in the second. Reached on the fielder's choice in the first.
Oh, we've lost it.
2-0. Ariana Perales came in to start in the third for Lexi Sanborn. Line of the pitch. High fly left field, playable though. Now drifting back a few steps is Tamara Bryant and makes the catch, and there's one away. The time the wind did not help Cam out. Actually got a little too much air under it. That's the big difference between her hit, which was hit hard, and Kiara DeCrane's was a laser beam shot that the wind just kind of carried out. A high fly won't get knocked down the left. Here's Bryn Stockman, 0 for 2, a pair of flyouts, 1 to right, 1 to the center. Pitch taken inside, ball 1. Again, make sure, Blue Dragon fans, if you're listening in, you're planning to come to Fun Valley on Saturday, don't. That doubleheader with Colby has been moved to Monday at 1 o'clock. Side 2-0 to Brent Stockman. Stockman, a freshman from Overland Park, Kansas. Open stats, as are many of the Blue Dragon hitters. The pitch, hit to the right side, past the diving second baseman, and Stockman has her first hit as a Blue Dragon. 12 hits now for the game. Now only 2 batters in the Dragon lineup have not recorded a hit, and only 1 has yet to reach base. Here's Shelby Felbus. Been on base twice, a double, a walk, 2 runs scored. Takes high and outside for ball 1. I was saying her offensive prowess is what got her into the lineup. Jamie Rose very impressed by the bat of Shelby Felbus. Second base and right field, really the only positions that really weren't settled, and Shelby Felbus wears a pitch a la the Blue Dragon way. Stockman to second, Felbus at first on the hit by pitch. Now they bring up left fielder Becca Roberts. Roberts 1 for 2, an RBI double and a run scored in the second. Flew out to left her last time up.
Becca Roberts.
Slaps and pokes a foul. Pratt fan tried to make a barehanded catch. Couldn't quite finish. But we can't give her an error. If we really wanted to be nasty, we could, but we're nice here. The line in the 0-1. She butted through it for a strike, and it's 0-2 to Roberts. RBIs for Kiara DeCrane to lead the way. 0-2, way high. And it's 1-2. That phenomenon, 0-2 waste pitches. I was having a talk with HCC baseball coach Ryan Schmidt about that very phenomenon. The pitch taken low, a changeup with his 2-2. When you want to waste a pitch, really, if you throw it 5 feet out of the zone, that's exactly what you're doing and accomplishing nothing. Pitch outside, gets away from the catcher, and moving up on the wild pitch is Stockman to third, Felbus to second. So that takes the force off, and it's a full count to Becca Roberts. Here's the pitch. Up the middle and through for a base hit. Stockman scores. Felbus being waved around third as the throw comes into second, and the Dragons lead at 12-0. Roberts now with 3 RBIs in the game. Fellis and Stockman both score. And it's back to the top of the order, and Ashton Reynolds, 2 for 3. She took a called third her last time up. She's hitting for the 4th time in as many innings. There's the pitch. Well, whenever that gets past the catcher, that'll be a pass ball. And now Roberts in scoring position. Might Kiera DeCrane get one more at bat here in game number 1? Up the middle with it. Whips it away. Roberts. Here comes the throw. Not in time. Moving up to second is Ashton Reynolds, 13-0. 3-hit game for Ashton. Now is Godinez. 3 hits for Godinez. 2 RBIs, 2 singles, and a double. 3 runs scored for the Dragon shortstop. In there for a strike. Kiera DeCrane is on deck. Now 14 hits for Hutchinson. Several people, multiple hits. Pulled under the glove of the third baseman in the left field. Rounding third is Reynolds. Here comes the throw to second. Not in time. It'll be a single RBI for Izzy. She's 4 for 4. It's 14-0. Ball was hit hard. And we will get one more look at Kiera DeCrane.
Third baseman, number 16, Kiera DeCrane.
Izzy now 4 for 4. Here's Kiara, her first at bat, a 2-run home run. Since then, she's followed up with a pair of 2-run singles, 3 for 3, 6 RBIs, 6 total bases. And she's ahead in the count, 1-0. Dragons 14 runs. Sliced down the right field line, foul. 1-1 the count. Her home run ball literally took about 1.2 seconds to leave the yard. It was crushed. And had it had any backspin, it would have been way out of here. But she hit it right on the screws and it just left the yard. Change up, strike called. Pretty well up. Not her pitch, and she will work from a 1-2 hole. So for the first time, DeCrane will hit from behind in the count. Godinez at second to pitch. Swinging a high fly to shallow left. The catch is made for out number 2. There's Raven Bass.
The first baseman, number 28, Raven Bass.
She takes the strike. Bass has walked, fouled out, and walked, nothing for 1. The pitch. Curveball outside. 1-1. Trying to register back to the games I saw Raven play last year, primarily a pull hitter. I think she did have a few good swings the other way. Strike called, 1-2. Zone might be expanding just a tad with a 14-0 Hutchinson lead. Dragons now 3 outs away from a win by run rule. The pitch. Hard hit ball to the gap in left center field. It's to the wall. Godinez scores. Bass will trot in the second. It's 15-0. That gets any kind of elevation, and it's going to be way out of here. Godinez scores her for the game. Now DJ Cannon, the lone Dragon, without a hit. 16 hits for the Dragons. Pitch taken downstairs for a ball. Of those 16 hits, 5 doubles and 1 home run by Hutchinson. Good swing by DJ, foul back. So it looks like DJ suffering no ill effects from that line shot she took off her leg the last half inning. She's now surrendered 4 hits. The Dragons about hit Pratt 16-4. Pitch way outside, 2-1. Dragons have scored multiple runs in each of their 4 at-bats. This has become a 5-run inning very quickly, their second 5-run inning of the game. The pitch, off the end of the bat, foul, 2-2. One of the things Jamie Rose and I talk about every year is always memorable opening days. The pitch. And that's why you got to keep watching. That thing was right off the facade of the ceiling and dropped in the hole of the netting. And I was warned Nathan about that. He's awake now in front of us. Just remember, Nathan, the pain, you'll feel better after the pain goes away. The pitch. Down in the dirt. Good block by the catcher. It's a full count. Cannon. Now an inning and 2/3. Perales has run up a pitch count of 67, 35 for strikes. Winding the pitch. Lifted foul out of play to the left. Hall of Fame night, Saturday night at the Sports Arena. Butler Grizzlies in town. Richard Morsden, Grady Paul, the golfer. 2 baseball players, Tim Olson, Thad Weber, to be inducted. Going to be a fun night. The pitch. High ball 4. Base for the first time today. He's 0 for 3. Now Cam Pope, who led this inning off, gets another crack. I think we might get a pinch runner for DJ Cannon. Trying to see who it is. The Dragons don't have numbers up front.
I said that's annoying.
So Jamie Rose, is the dust now kicking up. Of course, blows our way with the wind blowing in from the south. Somebody try to get a number. Bree Johnson will be the pinch runner at first for DJ Cannon. Of course, DJ will re-enter into the 5th. Pope, again, she's the batter of the inning. Bree, a freshman out of Ozark, Missouri, and good speed. Runners at first and second, 2 away. Ball 2 to Cam Pope. Pope 1 for 3. He's been on base twice. A fielder's choice in the first, RBI single in the second. 2-0 pitch, slowing in. 3-0 the count. Bryn Stockman would be next. Here's the pitch. 3-0 taking all the way, a strike. Again, game number 2 will start about 25 minutes after the conclusion of this one. You'll have to switch links on the broadcast page BlueDragonSports.com, the Blue Dragon Sports Network. 3-1 pitch way outside, and the bases are loaded as Pope draws the walk. Stockman will be the 11th batter of the inning. She singled previously in this inning. Her first hit, 1 for 3. 15 runs, 16 hits for Hutchinson. They've left 4 on base. Pratt, no runs, 4 hits, 2 errors, and 4 left on. Pitch. Pull foul along third. Blue Dragon baseball to be getting close to getting started down in Coffeyville. The pitch. Taken upstairs, 1-1. The pitch. Outside, 2-1. Scheduled for a 3:30 start, so the Blue Dragons, if everything is now on schedule, they delayed it about a half hour down in Coffeyville. Slice foul, 2-2 to Stockman. Again, if everything's on time in Coffeyville, the Dragons ought to be hitting in the top of the first. On Walter Johnson Park, yes, named after the A-Train, Walter Johnson. The wind in the 2-2. Bounces in, full count. Bases loaded. 3-2 count. Bass at third, Johnson at second. The pinch runner for DJ Cannon, Cam Pope at first. They'll be moving on the pitch. Here's the payoff to Brent Stockman. She fights it off, foul off to the right. We'll do it again. 3 in the first for Hutch, 5 in the second, 2 in the third, 5 so far here in the fourth, and the bases are loaded with 2 out. Perales gets the sign into the pitch. High ball 4, and that'll force in a run at 16 to nothing. An RBI for Brent Stockman on the bases loaded walk. That's a 6-run inning. That'll bring up Shelby Felvis. Felvis kind of the catalyst for this inning. Shelby Felvis for a pitch, meaning got hit by a pitch. That really set things up. Becca Roberts then had a 2-run single. Ashton Reynolds an RBI single. Z Godina is an RBI single. Raven Bassey, run-producing double, then 3 straight walks to Cannon, who's pinch hit for Referee Johnson, Cam Pope, and Brent Stockman. Now Felvis 0 for 1, but on base 3 times with 3 runs scored. She takes strike 1. Felvis doubled in the second, walked in the third, of course hit by a pitch in this inning. Freshman from Marion, Kansas. Line shot right to the second baseman. This grab is made. She hit it right on the screws. But that'll do it. Dragons, big inning. 6 runs, 5 hits, no errors, and 3 left on. Dragons 3 outs away from a season opening win. DJ Cannon heads back out to the circle. 16-0 Blue Dragons after 4.
fielder number 4,
So,
Mara Bryant.
16-0 Hutch, and we're going to get our first look at freshman pitcher Megan Davis, who takes over for DJ Cannon. No sense taking any chances. Davis, a 5'6" freshman from Princeton, Kansas. And she will face 8-9-1 Brian Castillo and the top of the order, Kaylee Byers. Strike one from Davis. Dragons potentially have their deepest pitching staff in the Jamie Rose era. Line of the pitch. Little chopper to the right side. Bassfield flips to Felvis covering in time. Play goes 3-4. Nice play. Good hustle by Shelby Felvis to get over. One away. Score update from Coffeyville. The Blue Dragons score one in the top of the first and lead Coffeyville 1-0. Cap, 1-0. Blue Dragons. Good guys. I don't know. It says 1-0. Yeah, Blue Dragons. Here's Castillo, the third baseman. Assistant AD Steve Kaplan being a comedian behind me. Strike call. Good movement from Megan Davis. We're getting our first look at her. Really haven't had a chance to talk to Ray Aguirre about the freshman pitchers yet. Rest of the defense is the same. Pitch just misses the outside corner. A little bit low, 2-1. So the final line on DJ Cannon. In line for the 18th. Swing and a miss, 2-2. DJ Cannon works 4 innings, allows 4 hits, no runs. She struck out 6 and walked out in 60 pitches. Here's the pitch. Got out on the front foot, did Castillo, and barely kept alive. $16-0 Dragons here in the 5th. 2 outs away from a run rule win. Pitch. Little roller to the right side. Felvis charges quickly. Flips to Bass, 2 away. So the right side of the infield working well in this inning. First Bass to Felvis. Now Felvis to Bass. 2 up and 2 down. And Kaylee Byers is the last chance for the Beavers in game number 1. Byers 1 for 2. A squib single in the first. In order for Pratt to keep this game alive, they're going to have to score 9 runs with 2 out. This is not a save situation for Davis. He takes 1. Outfield shallow at all 3 positions. Corner infielders in front of the bag. Time called by Byers. Cannon's outing today. She retired 10 in a row. Struck out 6 and reached career strikeout number 200. There's a strike from Davis, and it's 1-1. We'll keep you up to date on Blue Dragon Baseball. Again, get our Twitter feed if you're not on, at Blue Dragon Sports. We get all kinds of updates. Nice changeup strike called on the upper half. That pitch full Byers, and now the Beavers down to their final strike in game number 1. Cam Pope drops the sign, the pitch. That one just missed. Drawing some oohs and ahs off to our right. Ray Geary with a big smile on his face. He's been through this a few times. 2-2 the count now to Byers. The pitch. That hitter. That one got away from Megan. It was Curveball got away and hit Myers. Here's the shortstop, Tamara Bryant. Or excuse me, Carrie Schuler. Schuler 0 for 2. 0 for 1, a sacrifice bunt and a pop-up. Davis's pitch misses upstairs, ball 1. Dragons looking for their 6th consecutive opening day win. Right through there for a strike. Wind's still blowing in from right. It's still chilly. We still got some daylight out here, though. And pitch bounces and gets away from Pope. Be a wild pitch charge to Megan Davis. From a run rule win in game number 1. The pitch. That ball's hit well to left center field, and there goes the shutout. Rounding third is Byers, and it's 16-1. So Schuler with an RBI double. 5 hits now for the Beavers. Here's the catcher, Marissa Jones. Jones hit the shot off of DJ Cannon's leg in the 4th. Time called. You know, at that moment when that happens, you're always concerned about the player got hurt. But what about the person who actually hit the ball? There is a sense of remorse. I've been on both sides of those in my playing career. Good changeup from Davis. Fooled Jones badly. Nothing in 1 the count. She took a lot off of that pitch. Really pulled the string on it. Getting back to my point, it's hard for the batter who actually hit her to recover from that. But I'm sure once DJ got up and started pitching again, Jones felt better because it's never intentional to rocket one back up the box. 1-1 curveball swung on and missed 1 and 2. My oldest son Chris loves when I throw BP to him. Rocket him. He's hit me 3 times all the years that he played baseball. Swing and a miss. Cam Pope applies the tag, and that's the ball game. Hutchinson has their 6th consecutive opening day victory, defeating Pratt 6-1. The Beavers get 1 run, 1 hit, and left 1 in the 5th. We're going to get a quick wrap up game number 1 after this quick break. Hutchinson wins 16-1. This is Blue Dragon softball. Welcome back to Fun Valley. Steve Carpenter with you. The Dragons have their 6th consecutive season opening victory, defeating Pratt in game number 1 here at Fun Valley, 16-1. Your totals for game number 1, 6 for the Blue Dragons, 16 runs, 16 hits, no errors, 7 left on base. For the Beavers, 1 run, 5 hits, 2 errors, 5 left on base. The winning pitcher, DJ Cannon. She is 1-0. The losing pitcher is Lexi Sanborn. No record on her. Kara DeCrane, the story of game number 1, her first official at bat as a Blue Dragon, a 2-run home run. She goes 3 for 4, 2 runs and 6 RBIs with that home run. Izzy 4 for 4 with 3 RBIs and 4 runs scored, including a double. Ashton Reynolds 3 for 4, 3 runs scored and an RBI, including a double. 2 hits for Becca Roberts. She's 2 for 3, 3 RBIs, a double, and 2 runs scored. Single hits for Shelby Phelps, Brent Stockman, Cameron Pope, and Raven Bass. Reynolds drove in a single run, Bass with an RBI, Pope an RBI, Stockman an RBI. Doubles by Reynolds, Godinez, Bass, Felvis, and Roberts, and the home run by DeCrane. DJ Cannon works the first 4 to get her 19th career victory. Also with 6 strikeouts, she reaches the 200 strikeout plateau. 4 hits allowed, no runs. She struck out 6 and walked in. Megan Davis gives up a hit and a run. Also strikes out 1 with a wild pitch and had Bassman in her 1 inning of work, and the Blue Dragons win 16-1. So game 2 coming up in about 20 to 25 minutes. Again, you'll have to switch links. That's going to do it for Fun Valley right now. Steve Carpenter for Brandon Sams, Nathan Light, Megan Snyder, and the whole cast of characters of the Blue Dragon Athletic Department out here. Well, again, we'll talk to you in about 20 minutes from Fun Valley. Final score of game number 1, Hutchinson 16 and Pratt 1. We'll see you in about 20 minutes. Until then, so long, everybody.